Welcome back to Shifting the Gear.
It's Fads and Paula, and today what do we got, Paula?
The all-new Subaru Crosstrek. This is the top of the range in the S.
It's an XV, isn't it?
It's an XV.
Let's just be honest with the viewers, Paula.
So yeah, they've renamed it to a Crosstrek, but yeah, this is the Sun Blaze Orange. Do you like the color?
I like the name, Sun Blazed Orange. It's blazing.
Now let's get straight into it. Don't forget to subscribe just before you start watching, and let's do it.
Let's go. All right, Paula, show us what we got.
This is the all-new Crosstrek. This is replacing the XV, or still an XV to a certain degree, let's be honest. What do you think, Fads?
I don't know, to me it looks like an XV, but then I see like, there's a lot of changes.
There's a lot of changes. It still has the same silhouette basically, but they have changed a lot. It still retains the 2-litre boxer motor and the all-drive drivetrain across all three models. It comes in a L, an R model, and an S. This is the top of the range. 46K will get you this car on road, guys. And for the market, if you want a small compact SUV that's all-wheel drive, there is really very little competition that pairs up with this, even for the price range. We're going to show you just how good the value is. And if you don't want to go for the top of the range, the base model will still have a lot to pack, and I'll show you through the differences.
Paula, also, is there a hybrid version of this?
Yes, you can get a hybrid, which retains the 2-litre motor, and it does additionally give you an electric motor too. Now back to what I was saying about the hybrid, it really depends on what kind of style of driving you do. If you do a lot of, city driving, start, stop, it might be of value, but if you're doing a lot of highway driving, I don't think it's going to be really worth your while. But yeah, let's get into the features. Now, first thing you look at the front here, you'll notice this little black strip here, and it's actually rubber. If you feel it, it's a nice rubber feel.
Let's have soft touch, guys. Yeah. We're just having a soft touch. Yeah, it's actually, you can feel the rubber bouncing off.
It's kind of like a bonnet guard, but for the nose of the vehicle. I will actually tell you how much this costs. You'll be surprised. It's $850.
What?
$850 for this little thing that says Crosstrek.
But you know what's funny, Paula? It's actually quite thick compared to like a lot of other. Have you noticed that it's really thin?
There is quite a bit of actual rubber on this piece here, but it really depends. I don't know about the styling, but if you're doing a lot of highway driving, and maybe it protects against the insects and little chips and stuff. Yeah. You'll notice as well, you've got a camera here. Now that has to do with the 360 camera. They all work together in the front camera. That comes in the R model and the S. It doesn't come in the L. But I will show you the camera through shortly, and it's really cool. The grille design in the front end, I actually really like it. It's nice. Got the LED lights. These are standard across all models. So no matter what model you get the automatic headlights, you get the automatic wipers, the standard. Front end, you still got the kind of nice fog lights at the bottom here. Honeycomb grille, standard.
So that's standard on all models, the honeycomb grille?
Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's correct.
Moving on, you've got the kind of plastic surrounding all around the body. And it actually has like some little air vents here, which work.
Oh, let's see if they're functional. We gotta do the test, guys. Oh, look, you can see the tire.
You can, it works. 18-inch wheels with the R and the S. If you go for the L, which is the base model, you get the 17s.
Very similar to the old XV style.
Yeah, the wheels are very, very similar designs. Like, I don't feel like they've really gone and done anything drastic. They've kind of really stuck to what they know. They've played it safe with this car, but because they've played it safe, they have actually made a good vehicle that I still think is very good value. They haven't really gone too crazy with the design, but it's just functional. Moving on, you've got the side mirrors with the camera here, once again with the L and the R.
Okay. And I've noticed as well, it's not color coded. So they've actually gone for the trim on the outside of the rim.
That's black. It's a bit dusty. So it's actually blacked out between all models. And you show them the camera too.
Yeah, it's just, there we go.
Another piece that this car has added is these little plastic bits at the top here. Now, basically from the bottom of the door up is all additional add-on, and the side.
That's smart. So now you can't hit your door and scratch it.
Well, I think it's good if you're doing off-roading, just little stone chips and mud. So yeah, guys, I think it ties in really well with the Sun Blaze Orange, and it accents really well. That's why this kind of pops out a bit more on this vehicle. I personally don't like the look of the crossbars, but the crossbars do add a bit more to an off-roady look here too.
Let's have a look at those crossbars actually.
Yeah, the roof rails are standard as you get in these cars. These are just additional add-on.
And how much are they, Paula?
That will set you back about $400 if you want to get it from Subaru.
Guys, if you see, Paula's a manual for anything for the accessories. Whatever you need, just contact Paula below and he'll tell you the pricing.
No worries, I got you. Also, you got a little spoiler here. This is also an add-on. This is not standard. Normally you get a little lip, a little spoiler here. This is just the extra add-on. So basically this black portion is the add-on here.
Oh, you can actually see it.
Yeah.
So that is actually added on top of the actual original spoiler.
Yeah.
So this actually comes out further out, guys. That's what Paul is saying.
Now I'll come around the back, fatties, throw in the boot. I actually really like the rear end on this car.
I might just step back to show the viewers what it looks like.
Once again, they've really retained the XV, you know, DNA. They haven't really done anything drastic, but obviously a bit of a revamp as well. You've got a little protector panel here.
Let me guess, extra.
Yes, extra too. And I'll show you through the boot in a second. We've got a few extras in there too. Now, all models in this car come with emergency braking, both front and rear. And what that means is if you're about to hit something, it will completely brake before you hit it, and it ties up with these sensors. And we're going to use Fatty as a test dummy. I want you to stand right here.
All right, we're just going to move back up to here.
Let me reverse at full speed and let's just see what happens, all right?
I don't think that's a very good idea, fella.
Yeah, we've got to put our trust in the car, show the viewers something.
We're not trying that out, guys. We're just joking.
Got a step panel, about 220 here.
220.
Got a tray also. This is extra, about I think $180 here. And yeah, the curtain standard. Now,
does that come off for just the viewers wanting?
Yeah, it comes off. The seats fall down completely flat.
Oh, yeah. So that actually you can remove it.
It comes off, but I don't know how to put it back on apparently. Yeah.
Paulo, you're doing a good job there, buddy. Good job.
Yeah, this was...
Well, guys, see, Paulo's broken it again. How about we just leave it, Paulo? Just get to the seats.
What we have here is a temporary wheel. Now, good thing to note is it's not those little tiny space savers, those yellow ones. This is still a steel rim. I know we all would want a full-size spare wheel. You're very rare to get them in these cars nowadays, but it is a proper size wheel to a certain degree. It's not something you keep on the car forever, but it's just something to get you home.
Oh, it's not one of those yellow ones.
No, it's not those little
flimsy ones.
Not those little tiny ones, no.
Oh, boot size. Paulo, can you do us a favor? Just get in the boot now.
Ah, Fads loves it.
Get in the boot. Let's just show our viewers. So guys, if you're ever wondering how much space you have, there you go. That's Paulo in the boot.
Come to the back seats, guys. Now we've got the S model here, which gives you the leather seat trim. Now, if you do go for the standard one,
move over, Paulo. We want to have a look at the leather.
That's the leather. The middle one will give you partial leather, which is basically cloth with a bit of outside leather trims, and the base model is just full cloth. Back seat space, what do you think, Fads? Do I fit in it nicely?
You look like you're comfortable. It feels like the seats are slanting back a bit.
Yeah, you got a nice angle. Visibility is great. And thing to note as well, Fads, is we've got two USBs here. We've got the USB-C and a normal conventional USB there. No air vents though, so we don't have anything directly at our faces, which is something that a lot of people have been talking about. XVs, particularly customers, have mentioned that people want air vents at their faces.
So it comes from underneath the seats.
It comes underneath the seats, which kind of circulates. I get the hot air risers, and it probably works well, but I think
it's just a small or medium-sized SUV.
It is a small SUV.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people forget when they look at these cars, they imagine it's supposed to be big, but you know what? It's not meant to be. It's the size of a normal hatchback. But I think the back space is great. What do you think?
Pretty good. You had a lot of leg room as well.
Yeah, it was fantastic. Now, let's show them the front.
All right, let's go.
Never really know what's going on. Look at me sometimes like...
Alright guys, so let's get straight into it. Now, keyless entry is standard on all models.
Yes, it is.
So that's a must for me, anyways. Alright, now we're going to look straight into, of course, the inside. Now, you can see we're going to do a little soft touch, Paulo. Really, you should get one of those machines that tell us how soft this is.
Yeah, it's nice and soft.
Leather there.
Gives you a bit of padding. You got a
plastic here, and guys, this is not real carbon fiber, just to let you know, but it actually looks quite nice with the trim itself. Now, autumn, of course, central locking standard for you there, and of course power windows.
Now, what have you noticed here, Fads?
Wow.
A Harman Kardon.
Okay,
For the first time in these cars.
I take it back. It's not like every other XV. It's a Crosstrek now.
Now, if you go for the top of the range only, you get the Harman Kardon, not the other ones, but that does give you an extra subwoofer as well.
Guys, can I just say, pay the extra and get the sound system because it sounds amazing.
Yeah, Fads loves his music.
Okay, if you're going to drive around every day and sit in your car, pay the bit of extra and get the sound system. It's worth it. Yeah. I would. Harman Kardon, you can't go wrong. Now, okay, so pretty much the steering. So push start on your right hand side, Also, what we have here on the steering wheel, we have got adaptive cruise control, and we've also got lane assist. These things, of course, are a must. Now, this here actually has the new updated technology on the eyesight system.
Yes, it does.
Instead of the 2 cameras, now we've got the 3 cameras up here.
It does have 3 cameras, and it also has lane centering, which keeps you exactly perfectly in your lane. And that ties up also with the sports mode and intelligent drive
Which
mode.
is just there, guys. So pretty much as soon as you press sport, it'll come up here. As you can see, the S, and then of course the I, which saves you the fuel, which is in blue. Now, source is standard, of course, changing between your favorite tracks in traffic, and Bluetooth and volume on your left-hand side. Oh, we've still got paddle shifts, Paula.
Yes.
Oh, rally car now. See, guys? So now we go into the permanent all-wheel drive system.
Yes.
And then we got your paddle
standard.
shifts. All right, automatic lights are standard, of course, and automatic wipers all standard here, which is a must
Now,
these
what's
days.
this we have here? Finally, in the Subaru XV, Crosstrek, whatever you want to call it, that wireless CarPlay, first of all. Big 11.6-inch display. Very, very intuitive system. I think it's done very well. They've made good use of the system, and one thing to note is this Apple CarPlay is actually quite large. It's not the full screen, but it's also not as like the conventional smaller ones.
Because you can see they've also added the aircon system just down here.
Aircon system is at the bottom there.
So go.
All right, Fads, now let's talk about this big 11.6-inch display here.
Let's talk about 156 phone calls that you haven't replied back to.
All right, so that's 150 of them is Fatty. Trying to wake me up this morning.
It's true. All right. So massive screen. Finally, they've put them into the
they've made good use of the actual CarPlay. Keep in mind, it's not the little conventional smaller screens. That they've actually used a bit of their screen real estate, and it is completely wireless now. That's new in these cars.
It only took how many years? But hey, it's there. Thank you, Subaru.
It's wireless. They've also got a nice little, what do you call?
Wireless pad.
Wireless charge pad. Now, that's handy if you need it at that time. I still prefer wired charging, and just for the sole fact that I feel like they're faster. If you do want to use it, you've got another 3.8 cable here and a 2.4 USB as well.
But how good is it? At least they've put them next to each other.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That's a lot of room as well. You can throw more things there. Cool thing as well is aircon system is also integrated into the system as well.
So we first saw this in the Subaru Outbacks, the new generation.
That's right.
And they have kind of, I'd say, tweaked it a bit with certain little things, but pretty intuitive. It's pretty cool. So you can sync it up as well, so it's the same temperature.
Quite easy to use, to be honest.
Yeah.
And they've still left, of course, the dial knobs for the volume and to tune.
Yeah.
Which is not bad. But I actually like how they've actually put them all in one screen.
Yeah, I actually like how they've gone a bit more technical here. One thing I will say, however, is I'm kind of let down about the lack of digital displays in Subarus.
They've still gone old school here and then new school here.
Yeah, like I'm looking at this and then that, and I'm just like, mate, this, you could definitely do something there.
Well, it's still not bad overall. It's got everything that you need.
Got the facial infrared scanner there, so that can monitor your face if you're falling asleep.
So
Another safety function.
Which is a must, guys, because
that's standard across all models.
And then standard on Subarus as well. Now we'll come down here. As you can see, we've still got the heated seats for the right, and that's why it's hot, Paula. Turn it off. I'm like, why are we sweating?
You got the heated seats, cup holders. You got this awesome button. Now look at this. This is a 360 camera. For the first time in Subaru, we have a all 360 camera, which has been very funny because Subaru have been doing front, left, and rear cameras, but never the right side.
And now,
now they've officially gone ahead and done the full 360 camera.
Which looks amazing.
It looks crystal clear. It looks very nice. Now I'm trying to get it so it doesn't reflect too much of the light outside, but that is a very good depiction of exactly whatever is around you, and I think it's got an amazing field of view. You can see some people walking there.
How good is that?
And see how far they are.
That camera, I can't get over the camera.
That's how far they are right there. Great camera, and you can cycle through different angles if you want to. You've got the standard handbrake, 12-volt power outlet if you need it.
Good cup holders.
And yeah.
Now, another thing we want to talk about right here, the X mode system. Now, this I love about Subaru. It is a permanent all-wheel drive system, guys. So this car can be taken off-road. You don't even need chains when you get to the snow. You know what I mean?
It's an all-time all-wheel drive.
So you can pretty much take this car anywhere. I'm not saying for those people that love taking four-wheel drive to the max that this car will do it, but it can do a lot of things.
Yeah.
For your standard SUV size. You got snow or dirt, press of a button. You got normal for everyday driving. And then, of course, you got deep snow and mud. So you can have a lot of fun with this car, Paula.
Yeah, we've taken it off-road before, and we've had a lot of fun in these cars, haven't we? It's very capable. Now, I think there's a lot of videos out there showing just what these cars are basically capable of, but it's regardless, you know what it is, but you still get taken by surprise to a certain degree.
You'd be surprised for especially the money you're paying. It's actually decent.
Yeah.
Now, if we move on to it, Paula, back to, because I know you love playing with the screens and everything else, Paula.
And what else is here? Let's have a look.
Apple CarPlay,
Maps, Apple CarPlay, Android Auto, both wireless.
Hey, question is, do you reckon Android Auto is a full screen or half the screen still?
The Android Auto is still not as big as the Apple CarPlay. That's one thing to note, actually.
See that, guys? So for all the Samsung users out there, we only get half a screen where Apple gets full screen.
I don't know why you guys use Samsungs.
Then we're not going to get into this discussion, this debate, Paula. We're going to move on. So now, if you don't want to plug in your phone, you've got inbuilt navigation system already in the system as well. Now, on that note is, L, Premium, and S come with inbuilt navigation, Paula?
Only the R and the S come with navigation, not the base model.
So guys, that's why I mentioned it.
So navigation.
So now you know if you want inbuilt, some people would just want a navigation that's inbuilt, you would have to go with the R and of course the S. The base model will not give you those features. Now another thing to note as well, you've actually got the different heat.
You've got your manual controls here, so if you don't want to
press the button,
if you don't want to go through all this, it's too tiring. It's way too hard. So I'm just going to press the buttons here.
See, there you go, guys. So
I don't want to worry about all
Paul,
that.
we got to leave the screen and move on now.
Yeah.
Let's show our viewers.
We've got a nice kind of. This is a soft touch kind of.
Is it actually soft? Oh, it is.
It is. This plastic here is. I don't like the color of this, but you know the pattern of it is pretty cool. I like how they've designed the air vents. Kind of nice and futuristic. This part reminds me a lot of the older XVs.
It does.
You got a nice carbon fiber look-alike trim. Standard soft open glove box. And
cup holders and bottle holders everywhere around.
Sunroof only in the top of the range, so that only in the S, not in the R or the base.
So there you go, guys. That's it's functional. It opens up all the way. Well, pretty much all the way. That's as much as it opens. And then it also has, you know one thing, Paula? It never comes back on the Subarus.
Anyway.
You have to pull it.
It's not that hard.
But also you have a tilt function. So now I've got to open it, Paula. If you just want to tilt it.
I think that's been the standard controls for sunroofs for decades.
That's pretty much what's standard for you there.
Yeah.
All right. Now what we'll do, we'll go for a drive, Paula.
Let's do it. Let's show them how it's capable of.
All right, let's go, guys.
Okay, here we are, guys, taking a Crosstrek for a spin. And let's just get straight into the specs. We're looking at a 115 kilowatt boxer motor with the famous all-wheel drive system the Subarus have. Anyone familiar with the XVs, which have been around for a long time, will be familiar with how this drives. I'm not going to act like it's anything different, really. It does probably, you know, arguably give you a bit less road noise. You know, I'd probably feel like it's a bit zippier, but I wouldn't really be able to convey that unless I knew how the old ones felt exactly. But these cars do drive very well for what they are. Compact SUV, it is very nimble, it drives very superior on the road. You feel very confident in it. I can take corners, even though it's an SUV, I can confidently take corners at speed. Performance, when you're putting your foot down to the pedal, it might not be where some people might expect it, in my opinion. I'm checking it out now. Look, it's to a certain degree, it can be underwhelming, but what do you need the power for when you're looking at a car like this? When people buy these vehicles, I really don't think they really need that extra power, but each to their own. I'm not just saying that because I like this car. I just find it so easy to drive. It just arguably just makes sense for an everyday, daily driver. And it's got all the blind spot sensors, tiny little dots on the side mirrors. They've actually minimized it from the previous generation. It used to be a bit bigger, but they've made it a bit smaller. You've got your facial recognition, which is an infrared scanner in front here, just about here. And what it does, it scans your face. If you're falling asleep, it'll start giving you little buzzing and little things to wake you up. What else? It's got the adaptive cruise, emergency front and rear braking. All around, this car is really packed with stuff. Even for a base model, you still get all those things, such as the blind spot sensors and all keyless entry and all the autonomous braking systems. So for the value for money, starting at $39,500 drive away here in Australia, I think that's a great value for money. Comparing it, try and get something else in the same value with that all-time all-wheel drive system, you won't be able to find anything. And yeah, I just think it's well put together. It might not be the most appealing looking car on the road, which I always say about Subarus, but I think at the end of the day it does do the job. Alright guys, let's wrap it up. Now that's it for the video. Just wanted to say thanks for everyone for watching and the support. Love you all. Please don't forget to like, share and subscribe. Whatever you could do, any one of those would be greatly appreciated.